Okay. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Test, test.
Okay. Justin, can you hear us? I hope Justin can.
Between the Blue Devils of Salem High School and your Merrimack Tomahawks. This game is being played according to the rules set forth by the NHIAA and its member schools. We ask that you, our fans, help make tonight's game a memorable experience for our athletes by showing good sportsmanship toward all players, coaches, and game officials throughout the contest. Inappropriate language, taunts, or other demeaning actions are grounds for removal from the game. As a reminder, no fans are permitted in the first 2 rows of the bleachers or on the court at any time during the game. In the case of an emergency, please vacate the premises, finding the nearest exit at each end of the gymnasium. The officials for tonight's game are Dave Kuznick and Dave Zwicker. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Salem Blue Devils. Number 1, Aaliyah Dominguez. Number 4, Sarah Wall. Number 12, Ariana Lagos. Number 22, Mania Moniz. And number 23, Charlotte Hinchy. The Blue Devils are coached by Ricky Oliver. Now for your Merrimack Tomahawks. Number 12, Kira White.
What's her last name?
Gagnon.
Number 15, Lily DeVillis. Number 24, Haley Maroon. Number 30, Jillian Waller. And number 35, Olivia Cody. The Tomahawks are coached by Brian Dugan and assisted by Michaela Ramsdale. Would everyone please stand and remove your caps to honor America with playing the national anthem.
If you're watching at home, thanks for joining us. My name is Nicholas Lavallee. I am the Town of Merrimack's Media Services Coordinator, and we are so excited to be here for the very first basketball game live streamed on Merrimack TV in HD on merrimacktv.com and on our cable channel, Merrimack TV Channel 21. And you may find us on Roku and Apple TV devices by downloading Cablecast Screenweave. With that said, I'd like to introduce you to your play-by-play announcer, Mr. Brian Dugan. Brian, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Nick. And we are underway tonight here at Merrimack High School as Salem takes the ball in tonight's opener. No jump ball this year as part of the COVID protocols. Aaliyah Dominguez, the junior, with the ball now for Salem as they try to get the offense started against a very tough Merrimack defense. And a turnover right away for Merrimack as Bournemouth brings it up. Lily DeVillis with it for the Tomahawks. Over now to Olivia Cody. And the senior guard, Jillian Waller, with it, top of the key. She'll put up a 3. And it's no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Tomahawks. And a traveling violation. So Salem now taking over early in this one. Opening night of Division I girls basketball. Inside it goes now to Charlotte Hinchy, and she turns it over. To be DeBillis, bringing it up for Merrimack. Over now to Bournemouth. Bournemouth back to Kara Bike for 3, and it's no good. Rebound by DeBillis, and it's tied up with Hinchy. And it will be Merrimack ball on the possession arrow. Kara Bike back over to DeBillis. Bike will start it from top of the key. Bounce pass over, back to Bike on the wing. Salem setting up their man-to-man defense, or their matchup zone, I should say. Number 30, Jillian Waller, tries the baseline drive, quickly cut off by Hinchy. Ariana Lacos with that one, and that's a miss, and a rebound by Hinchy for Salem. They're looking to push it up the floor. Dominguez takes it all the way, and she will score. Salem out to a quick lead. Good pace there by Alaya Dominguez. Merrimack now with the possession. Kaylee Bournemouth with the ball now. Back over to Bike. 3 ball here from DeBillis, and it is in and out. But the rebound by Bournemouth, and she can't finish. Salem gets the ball back, and they look to push it up the floor. Here's Moniz in the lane, and she misses. Rebound by Kara Bike. Bike with the ball, top of the key now for Merrimack. And she gets it down low to Bournemouth, who misses. And it's kept in by Olivia Cody. Shot by DeBillis is off. And Hinchy with the rebound, but she lost her dribble. Good pressure there by Cody in the backcourt. Salem up to an early 2-0 lead here. And they turn it over. And it'll be Merrimack ball 3 minutes into this first quarter. Brand new starting lineup for Merrimack this year. They lost a lot of players to graduation from their 16-2 team a year ago. Here is DeBillis. She'll bring it over to Bike. Bike from the wing. Now Waller, top of the key, over to Bike. And DeBillis now gets it over to Cody. Cody looking to drive, and she's stopped immediately by that Salem zone. And they skip pass over to DeBillis. She'll try a 3-ball, and that's way off the mark. And we got a jump ball as Bike is in there with the freshman, Charlotte Hinchy.
Brian, you're a Merrimack resident, right?
Yes, I am.
Great. I want to thank you so much for volunteering your time tonight to do play-by-play for Merrimack TV. Thank you so much, Brian, for donating your time and volunteering and helping out the girls varsity basketball team.
Not a problem. And we have a foul here on Kira Bike, as Bike gets the first foul of the game for Merrimack. Hinchy will inbound for Salem, starting her first varsity game tonight just as a freshman. Now Dominguez gets it into Hinchy. Hinchy tries to finish, and she could not. And we have a foul in the backcourt here on Dominguez. That'll be her first personal foul. Merrimack gonna try to figure out this this zone defense. Bike looks over, and we're gonna have a traveling violation on Kaylee Bournemouth. And that will be a timeout by Salem head coach Ricky Oliver. Gonna talk things over. So 4:01 to go here, first period, and we have a 2-0 game. Both teams having a little bit of a hard time getting some offense going. Are you enjoying tonight's game? Check out more Merrimack High School sports action from Merrimack TV on your Roku or Apple TV device. Download Cablecast Screenweave to watch our next game live, and that will be Tuesday night for girls basketball and wrestling tomorrow morning. Or you can watch previously recorded games on demand. You may also discover over 100 programs from Merrimack TV, meeting coverage, local news, community shows, school events, and so much more. Download Cablecast Screenweave to your Roku or Apple TV device today. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.
Brian, did you catch the junior varsity team before this game?
Did not, no.
I should have made note of the score. But I was setting up this gear.
How'd they look?
It looked like it was both teams' first game. They were
It was a learning experience.
absolutely, absolutely. First game out.
Yep,
Also, first game probably wearing a mask. So,
definitely.
I mean, I'm sure they've been wearing their masks at practice and.
Merrimack trying to attack this zone now as number 23, Kylie Flynn, takes the drive, but she traveled with it. She is in the game now for Merrimack. Kylie is a sophomore. Here's Dominguez right now for Salem. She looks inside, but it's tipped away. And another turnover for this Merrimack defense. And they turn it right back over as Bike was trying to find Bournemouth on the fast break. This is the first game here in Merrimack for head coach Brian Dugan, as he comes to us from Chelmsford, where he coached the boys team for years. And a steal there for Kira Bike. Bike gets it up to Jillian Waller. Waller puts up a three, and it is short. Merrimack can't find their shooting touch right now. Just under 3 minutes left in this first quarter, and it's been one field goal to this point. Foul was called on Jillian Waller. And one of the few seniors on the Salem roster, Bree Boucher, enters the game. Boucher to inbound. She gets it to Jennifer Olson. Olson goes up and will get the foul. Foul is on Bike, and that is going to be her second of the game. So she will take a rest here as we get a look at Jennifer Olson at the line. Olivia Cody re-enters the game for Merrimack. First free throw is no good. Second one also no good. And the offensive rebound by Moniz, and she puts it back in. A big putback for Moniz, Vania Moniz. And it is 4-0 Salem. Three off the glass and in for Jillian Waller. Big shot there from Merrimack to get back in this one. Try not to get this out of hand early. And Boucher puts up a three, and it's good for Salem. And Coach Dugan wants to talk this over. 7-3 our score with 2 minutes to go here in the first period. So some rough sledding early on for the Merrimack offense. We'll see if they can find the solution here in this timeout. We'd also like to mention, if you're interested in learning more about Merrimack TV, please email Nick or Justin at Merrimack TV, and they are at merrimacknh.gov. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. Merrimack last season, 16-2. good for the number 2 seed in the state. And they come into this year with a completely different starting lineup, but plenty of experience from that team. Coach Dugan, in an interview with New Hampshire Sports Page last week, said these girls know how to win, and that will be an advantage.
Brian, have you called high school basketball before?
I did college before. I did at Southern New Hampshire University. But on the radio.
Well, we're excited that we have a broadcast professional here doing play-by-play for Merrimack TV's very first live cablecast of basketball from the gymnasium. It's our absolute first. You're making history with us tonight, Brian.
Well, happy to be here.
And Brian said that if tonight goes well, I think he's going to volunteer his time for the rest of the home games this season, both boys and girls.
Absolutely.
And we agreed on that earlier. I didn't just put him on the spot. But I just met Brian. We made a Facebook post, or maybe I think you caught our football coverage, right?
Yes.
You caught our football coverage, and when we were asking for volunteers, that's when you reached out to Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov, and a couple emails later, here you are.
Well, happy to be here and giving back a little bit. Usually at these games with my kids, so.
Are they watching from home?
They are watching from home tonight.
You can give them a shout out.
So I'm gonna shout out Lucas and Lydia, and my wife Brittany, back at home tonight watching.
Very cool. Is this the first time they've heard Dad on TV?
I think it is.
So we're making history. You're making memories. This is great.
Hey, everybody's a winner.
And I just want to take a moment to say that the folks who are here watching the game, each player got 2 tickets. Each Merrimack player got 2 tickets for their families, and I'm happy to say that everyone here is wearing a mask and following social distance protocols, which is great because that's how the rest of the season's going to go off without a hitch. So parents at home, people here are being safe, and if you're watching this on the replay, after being here, I want to thank you for following the school district's social distancing protocols. Way to go. Hats off.
Absolutely agreed. Lily DeBillis at the line shooting a pair. And she misses the first. The foul on the play was Charlotte Hinchey's, and that is her first. Each team with 3 in the game. DeBillis gets on the board, and it's 9-4. This is Karina Pazanis in the game right now for Salem. Hinchey looking to get back inside. Moniz turns it over, and we are going to have a jump ball. The arrow is in Merrimack's favor. Ball brought up over to DeBillis on the left side. She'll get it over to Jillian Waller. Waller inside to Bormuth. Kicks it back up to Waller for 3. Off glass and in. Another bank 3 for Waller. And it's 9-7. Merrimack turning up the defensive pressure here a little bit. Not surprising. And a turnover by Jennifer Olson. As she walked with that one. Waller over to Kylie Flynn. And we will have a foul, it looks like here, on Olson, a reaching foul. Cody came all the way up for that one. We have 28 seconds left in the first quarter. And Merrimack trying to even the score here on this possession, or perhaps even take the lead. And another 3-ball for DeBillis, or for Waller rather. No good, and Hinchey comes back the other way, and she will lay it off the front rim. And we're gonna have a foul here on the Tomahawks. That'll be on Jillian Waller, And that is her second, team's fourth. And Coach Oliver wants a timeout again for Salem. Our score with 11 seconds left in the first is Salem 9, Merrimack 7. The Town of Merrimack's media division is branded Merrimack TV. The division is funded by way of franchise fees from Comcast cable subscribers in Merrimack, and the Town of Merrimack has a community TV facility located at 6 Babusick Lake Road. Our 3 cable channels reach over 8,000 homes, and we're accessible online at merrimacktv.com and on Roku and Apple TV devices via Cablecast ScreenWeave. Follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay informed. You're watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. This will be this will be Jennifer Olson to inbound for Salem. They look inside to Moniz, returns and double dribbles. So Merrimack will have 7 seconds here to try to make something happen. And we have a traveling violation on Kylie Flynn. 3.6 seconds left. And DeBillis is going to pressure the ball. Salem, let's see if they get a shot off. Boucher does, and it's short. So at the end of the first quarter of play, the Tomahawks trail in this one 9-7. So as mentioned, tomorrow we'll have wrestling for you here on Merrimack TV. What time will that broadcast be, Nick?
You know, they're going to start their meet about 10 o'clock, but I guess they have some senior activities, you know, where they're going to highlight the seniors. So we'll probably switch the live feed about quarter of, and at about 9:50 is when, you know, the senior festivities will kick off, introduce the seniors, maybe their parents as well, I think. And then the meet begins, and that's against Goffstown. So I should probably shout out our friends at Adam McCune and his staff at Goffstown TV. There is a bat in the gym right now. Let's get that bat. There's a bat in the gym. Okay. There's a bat.
Yikes.
Okay.
So it will be Salem ball to start the second quarter.
Again, we're making history. We got to give him a name, of course. We're going to give him a name. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne has taken flight here in the Dana Taylor Gymnasium at Merrimack High.
Making history all over the place tonight. Well, it'll be Salem possession underneath the basket here. Jennifer Olson to inbound. And this is Pazanis over to Moniz. Moniz drives, and she traveled first, though. Good defense there by Kaylee Bormuth.
I should also mention that our Assistant Media Services Coordinator, Justin Slez, he's back at the Town Hall TV studio. He's in the control room, and he is putting up graphics, running audio, and making sure that our live stream stays on the internet and on TV.
Thank you, Justin. And Moniz goes for the drive in the lane, and she misses. And it will be Olivia Cody bringing it up for Merrimack. She gets the ball back from Bournemouth. Cody, baseline drive, and she misses. Salem, Charlotte Hinchy takes it and is fouled by Shannon Sebwani, who is back or in the game for the first time today. Ariana Lacos checks in for Salem, as does number 20, Kelsey McGibbon, seeing her first action of the night. Boucher to inbound for Salem. Olson with a drive. She's quickly double teamed. Nice pass down low, but McGibbon misses the shot. Sebwani trying to find number 15, Lily DeBillis, but Hinchy makes a nice play on defense to tip it away. Cody looking inside for Bournemouth, and she can't complete the pass. Lakos brings it up, and she travels.
I'm sure the Veluzzi family is watching in Merrimack tonight. Shout out to Kelly Veluzzi from Town Hall and her family. They're big fans of Merrimack TV and, of course, the girls' varsity basketball team.
Sebwani's three is no good. And Salem gets a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Nice pass by Boucher, and Olsen can't finish. Loose ball is going to be tied up. It should be Merrimack possession here. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Merrimack TV. We'll have Tomahawks basketball for you all season long. Here's Sebwani. Over now to number 30, Jillian Waller. Waller to Sebwani. In the corner now, DeBillis for three, and she connects. First lead of the night for the Tomahawks. It is 10-9.
Is there a rivalry between Salem and the Tomahawks, or would you say that Merrimack has a rivalry with Nashua teams?
I would say definitely the Nashua teams and BG. Cody with the ball down low, and it is going to be a traveling violation. So Salem gets the ball back. Speaking of BG, they are the team to beat, of course, in Division I. Another traveling violation, this one on Brianna Boucher. The question is in girls basketball, as it is, and it has been for the last 4 or 5 years, can anybody beat Bishop Girton? And we'll find out later this year when BG comes to Merrimack.
It's great to see athleticism with the high school students who are also juggling studies as well.
Waller hits. She's got 8 points for Merrimack, and it's 12-9. Three is no good for Lakos. Now Hinchy with the ball. Hinchy getting a lot of minutes tonight as a freshman. And she looks for Lakos down low. Little contact, but no call. And Lakos down on the baseline. She's quickly double teamed. And what a move by Ariana Lakos, the junior. She gets a big basket there for Salem. And that pulls them back within one.
Aside from Merrimack residents, I can only I can assume, but I'm sure that there are people from Salem who are joining us tonight as well, watching online or watching on their Roku devices. And I want to thank the residents of Salem and obviously the parents from Salem High School who are joining us and watching Merrimack TV. Thanks.
A little busted pick and roll play there, and another turnover. Boucher takes it in, looking for Hinchy. Hinchy's shot falls short, and a loose ball is tied up, and the possession will go to Salem.
I'm sure Merrimack residents are wondering how they can watch away games. And Brian, I've been letting folks know, that we have counterparts in other towns. So in Salem School District Media is led by Bob Berthel, and I'm sure his team will be covering Salem home games. They often cover their high school sports. So what I would do is, if you know that Merrimack's playing away, just try to find Salem TV, Hudson Community TV for games that are taking place at Alvern. Just find them on Facebook or Twitter, and I'm sure they'll post a schedule of their live coverage.
There's a three-pointer for Sarah Wall, the junior. And that'll make it and a turnover there for Merrimack. Quick timeout for Brian Dugan. 15-14 is our score here in the second quarter. Another great place to find the streams from the other towns. Also check out Twitter. A lot of these schools are posting their streams, and you can follow their games as well on Twitter.
Another good resource is the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media. If you find their website, they provide links to other community television stations. And I believe you could find them at nhccm.org, but just Google that to make sure. And there you can find links to Nashua ETV and Salem School District Media, of course. And who else is Merrimack playing this season, Brian?
Oh, we got Alvern, both Nashua teams. Girton, I think Londonderry as well.
Oh, Londonderry, yep. Londonderry Access TV. They cover games as well.
Beautiful bounce pass by Dominguez, and Moniz could not finish. Kira Bike back in the game for Merrimack. She gets it over to Kylie Flynn. 3-ball for DeBillis is no good, and the rebound by Madison Paradise. Good defense there for Kaylee Bournemouth. We have a Kaylee and a Kylie on the floor right now. Always fun for play-by-play announcers. There's Dominguez. She looks down low for Moniz again, and she missed the layup. Good look for Bike. Bike is going to take it against 2 Salem defenders, and she draws the foul. So Bike is going to go to the line.
Brian, when you had reached out to volunteer your time to do play-by-play, I assumed you were a professional based on the resume that you read to me, but I was certain you were a professional when I watched you walk in here tonight, walked over to the scorekeeper, and asked for proper pronunciation of some of the players' names. That's really going out of your way, Brian. Quite a guy. The Merrimack community is very lucky to have you here tonight.
We certainly don't want to mess up names. As Bike missed the first and puts in the second. So she becomes the 3rd scorer of the night for Merrimack, and they lead by 2 with 3 minutes to go in the half. Great block by Bournemouth. Dominguez tries to drive, and she was quickly shut off by DeBillis. Now Dominguez gets down low. She tried to feed it into the paint, and it comes all the way back out near half court. That was Ariana Lakos, gets it back now to Paradise. Paradise brings it over now to Dominguez, and they'll restart the offense. 6 different scorers right now for Salem, and a nice play by DeBillis. The steal and the layup is no good. And a nice hustle play by Jillian Waller, knocking it out of bounds. We'll see if Merrimack can get a quick bucket here off the inbounds. And nice little play. Waller in the corner for 3. Nice. Puts that on the board. So a hot start for Jillian Waller. She's got 14 of Merrimack's 19 points. And the layup is no good by Lakos. Kick back out. Lakos is going to try a 3, and she hits it. 5 points for Ariana Lakos. And it is 19-17. Coming up on a minute and a half here in the first half of action. That foul is on Kelsey McGibbon. We get the 6th team foul, putting Merrimack in the bonus.
If you're watching on our cable channels tonight, Merrimack TV, channel 21 on Comcast. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching in standard definition. If you do want to catch the action in HD, you can watch us on merrimacktv.com. Click Watch Live and choose channel 21. Additionally, as Brian said earlier, you can also stream us on Roku and Apple TV devices just by downloading Cablecast ScreenWeave. It's a free app. You don't have to put in any credit card information, and you'll be able to click on Merrimack TV and watch the game live in HD.
Well, we alluded to earlier some of the COVID protocols in place today, and one of the things that the league has done this year is kind of keep the teams grouped together So you're going to see a lot of local teams this year and a lot of home and homes. So next week will be the first one of those as Alvern comes to town on Tuesday night for the girls game. And then we'll have the boys against Alvern on Friday nights as they'll switch locations.
And Merrimack TV is committed to recording all of the boys and girls varsity basketball home games, as well as we'll be covering the 2 wrestling meets. And although they won't be live, we will be recording the ice hockey games as well down at the Westside Ice Arena. We have made every effort to go live from the Westside Ice Arena, but we were running into several technical hurdles. And we couldn't do it, we wouldn't be able to do it necessarily consistently with a strong internet connection, so unfortunately we're not able to go live with the ice hockey, but we'll still record them. And you can watch those the following day or 2 days later on our YouTube channel and, of course, on streaming devices.
Dominguez moving in, and she's blocked. And the rebound by Kelsey McGibbon, she gets on the board. That is now 7 different Salem scorers in this first half, getting contributions from everybody. Dabilis on the left wing. They get over to Bournemouth on the baseline. And Merrimack looking here to maybe kill a little bit of clock. And Bournemouth draws the foul. We'll see if that was a shooting foul or if they'll take it out. And she's going to be shooting. Pair of free throws here for Kaylee Bournemouth. A couple of subs here for Merrimack as Olivia Cody re-enters the game, as well as Shannon Sebwani. I should say that foul was on the floor, but Merrimack is in the bonus, and she gets a 1-and-1 and hits them both. That extends the Tomahawks lead to 4 with 27 seconds left in this first half. Baseline drive by Hinchy. Great look to McGibbon, and she gets her second basket in as many tries. 23-21, 9 seconds to go. Semwandi gets the ball back, puts up a shot, and it's a little short. Offensive rebound by Cody, and she gets fouled at the buzzer. Great effort by Olivia Cody, the senior forward. And that'll be the end of the half. Cody will take a couple of shots and see if she can extend this Merrimack lead. And the first shot is no good. Second shot is good. So she gets on the board, and the Tomahawks have a 3-point lead here at halftime. The score, Merrimack 24, Salem 21. And once again, we'd like to remind you that if you are enjoying tonight's game, you can check out more Merrimack High School sports action from Merrimack TV on your Roku or Apple device. Just download Cablecast ScreenWave to watch the next game live or previously recorded games on demand. You'll also discover over 100 programs from Merrimack TV, meeting coverage, local news, community shows, school events, and so much more. Download Cablecast ScreenWeave, that's ScreenWeave, W-E-A-V-E, to your Roku or Apple TV device today. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.
Brian, you know what my favorite TV show on Merrimack TV is?
What would that be?
I'm a big fan of Outdoors with Bob.
Oh, excellent show.
Outdoors with Bob, State Representative Bob LaRue and the Outdoors with Bob crew. They've been producing that show for almost 2 decades. Can you believe that?
That's excellent. Yeah, it's a great show.
Did you catch the episode where they went to when the old man in the mountain still stood high above Franconia Notch there, they went and when they were trying to restore the old man in the mountain, and they documented some of that.
That's great.
Former state rep, but Robert LaRue has served the town for many years, and it seems like everybody in town knows him. But that's probably my favorite show. They went to the Aviation Museum. Every holiday, they play their Lights of the Season, Christmas, and holiday specials, documenting the different holiday decorations that people put up in their houses around town. So we're big fans of Outdoors with Bob, Merrimack TV.
Yeah, tremendous show.
Did you go to Merrimack High, Brian?
I did not. I'm I'm a Nashua guy.
Okay.
So Nashua South. Of course, one high school back then.
Ancient times.
Ancient times. Yep.
Another show on the community channel is Bill Souza's show. I like to call it the Bill Shoza.
Bill Shoza.
Yeah. It's called Straight Talk. And Bill Souza, he was a Merrimack High School history teacher for quite a while, beloved teacher, and now he does a show on the community channel. You know, any resident can have a show on the community channel, Brian. So maybe once you finish your duties here as the play-by-play for the varsity basketball season, maybe we'll trick you into doing a show on the community channel.
There we go.
Or at the very least, you'd make a great guest on Dan Bolio's show, which is called Let Freedom Ring, which, despite its title, it's not political in nature at all. Sometimes they do talk about politics, but mostly he kind of talks about everything. He has friends in there that talk about professional wrestling, and all different topics. That could be kind of cool to have you on Dan Bolio's Let Freedom Ring, talking about covering Merrimack sports.
Absolutely.
See, you're just here for play-by-play, and now I'm thinking of all sorts of ideas on how you can get involved with Merrimack TV. But that's what's great is, anyone can get involved. All you have to do is just email myself or Justin at merrimackTV@merrimacknh.gov.
It's that easy.
It really is. Hey, where did our buddy Bruce Wayne go? There was a bat in the gym earlier. I'm not seeing him now. Maybe he's in the locker room for halftime. Maybe he's just chilling.
Wonder if Mike took care of him.
Well, he did open up some doors.
Mike has a little less to worry about doing these games this year, as he was the interim coach last season. Also the athletic director here in Merrimack.
Right. Yeah, shout out to Mike. Mike and I have been trying to collaborate on covering sports now for this school year, given the fact that, there's less attendance for obvious reasons. And Mike's been a big assistance in getting the word out, making sure people know where to watch. Because that's the thing, especially nowadays, if you just say, we're live streaming, people, that means a zillion different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to make it very clear on how to watch Merrimack TV, because there are so many ways to watch now. I'd be really interested. I wonder if more people watch from home, if they're while they're watching at home, are they streaming from a website? Are they watching on a Roku or Apple TV device? Or are they watching the cable channel? What would be your guess, Brian?
Well, I know my family is watching on Xfinity, and I know I have friends watching from other locales online tonight.
Probably friends in different towns?
Yeah. So, I'm guessing they're on the Merrimack TV website. But like you mentioned, so many different options. And definitely a little strange here without the fans tonight. Coming here as a fan, so many years. And the last game we were here was the playoff game last season between Merrimack and Londonderry girls, and this place was packed to the gills. And just a different atmosphere now. And that was obviously the week before everything shut down. But we are extremely happy to be back and giving you some basketball here on Merrimack TV. And I'm sure these student athletes also very happy to be back.
We had a blast covering the football season, and we had our now legendary voices of the Tomahawks, Ralph and Dave. So if you're a Merrimack TV sports fan, you may be thinking, where's Ralph and Dave? Well, Ralph and Dave are doing something else tonight. They had an absolute blast, but at the same time, I think football was kind of their thing, and I was so happy to have them. And man, Brian, I'm telling you, both Justin and I were so psyched because we were looking for someone to do play-by-play, and then I had remembered the email that you had sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you called me within minutes.
Yeah, really excited to be here. And I've been friends with Ralph for years. And
Ralph?
He's a good guy, yep.
Oh, awesome.
Absolutely, yep.
I had no idea. I guess everybody knows Ralph.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He knows a lot about football. And
yes, he does. And I think it was a good dynamic duo between Dave and Ralph. Dave was more of Dave had been announcing FIRST Robotics throughout the state, throughout the country, actually. He was kind of a go-to FIRST Robotics announcer. And, Ralph is Ralph.
He sure is.
Everyone loves the Ralph man. So they were a good duo for sure.
Well, as we get ready for the start of the second half,
It's
here
happening.
from Merrimack High School.
It's happening.
We'll give you a little rundown of the points thus far. Jillian Waller absolutely on fire in that first half with 4 3-pointers, and she has 14 points, 14 of the 24 points for Merrimack. Lily DeBillis has chipped in with 4, as has Kaylee Bormuth. Kira Bike and Olivia Cody have each added a point apiece for the Tomahawks. For Salem, it's been kind of a mixed bag here. Elia Dominguez with 2, Sarah Wall with 3, Jennifer Olson with 2, Ariana Lakos with 5, Kelsey McGibbon with 4, Vanya Moniz with 2, and Charlotte Hinchy with 2. So 7 different scores in that first half for Salem. And Coach Oliver's going to be pretty happy with that output from his team. As we start the second half here, reminder, Merrimack up by 3 points. And we'll be back here with you on Tuesday night for another girls basketball broadcast as the Alvin Broncos come to town to challenge the Tomahawks.
I'm about to post a tweet. Is it post a tweet? You don't tweet a tweet.
Tweet a tweet? Maybe.
I'm about to make a post to Twitter. How about that?
I think that'll work.
And I'm going to make a post to Twitter, just letting you know the score in the half here.
It is going to be Salem ball to start this second half. Salem wearing their road blues here tonight, and Merrimack in the home whites as they switch ends. Elia Dominguez with the ball over to Brianna Boucher, who will start this second half along with Ariana Lakos, Charlotte Hinchy, and Vanya Moniz. Dominguez a little give and go there, and she'll hit. 4 points now for Dominguez, and she gets a steal all by herself in the backcourt and draws the foul. Great individual effort by Elia Dominguez. And a sloppy turnover right there for Merrimack. And we have a kick ball, and Salem will inbound once again. Boucher to inbound for the Lady Blue Devils. And this is Charlotte Hinchy driving and immediately cut off. And a three for Ariana Lakos, her second three of the game. And she has 8 points now. Salem back in the lead. Put a little half-court pressure on them here. Jillian Waller gets it over to DeBillis. Back now to Waller, inside to Bournemouth. Bournemouth gets blocked by Moniz. And we have a foul on the floor prior to the shot. And that will be on Charlotte Hinchy, her second. Both teams with a foul here early.
Okay, Brian, I was able to tweet a tweet.
we successfully tweeted the tweet.
I was able to run camera and successfully tweet.
Hinchy gets the offensive rebound off a miss by Boucher. Boucher looks inside to Moniz. She comes up a little short with that layup, but tipped out of bounds by DeBillis, and it will be Salem ball.
So if you're following us at Merrimack TV on Twitter, we just made a post. Respond to that tweet. What the score is at the half there. Just let us know where you're watching, who you are, and that way we can give you a shout out. And we don't even mind if you're a Salem fan. We'd love to hear from you too. This is all about
we love you all.
Communities. Both communities.
Kaylee Bournemouth adds the basket there, responding to a basket by Dominguez. Little back and forth action and a steal, near steal by Bike. Dominguez having a nice game tonight for Salem. Really nice start to the second half. Dominguez over to Bree Boucher. Boucher gets it back to Dominguez, guarded by Waller. Her shot off glass, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Boucher.
Justin sent me a text at the half, and he told me that there was about 35 people live streaming at the half. So that's pretty good.
Excellent.
That's pretty good. And that's just live streaming. We wouldn't know the TV numbers, but there's at least 3 Brian Gagnon fans watching.
Here we go.
On cable TV, so that's cool.
And a big basket by Kira Bike to tie the score at 28. Bike now has 3 points in the game for Merrimack, as Boucher will take a seat and Jennifer Olson comes into the game for the Lady Blue Devils. Charlotte Hinchy also will sit down for Madison Paradise. And the bounce pass, attempted bounce pass by Olson was kicked by Kira Bike. And it will be Salem possession. We are knotted up at 28 here in the third period. Knocked out of bounds there by Olivia Cody. And Salem wants a timeout. Head coach Ricky Oliver with a quick 30-second timeout. Wants to talk over this inbounds play in a tie game.
You think we could get Mike Susi, the athletic director, to give us a wave? I have him on camera right now. He's looking very serious, and he's leaving
and he's
the
gone.
Gym. He might, you know what? He might have an earpiece. He might be watching the live stream, and maybe he knew I put him on camera. He got camera shy.
Going to chase down that bat.
Could be. He's going to take on Bruce Wayne himself.
Right. It will be Madison Paradise inbounding the ball for Salem. They'll set up in a box here. And Merrimack matches up on the inbounds play. Lakos with the ball. She gives it back to Olsen. Olsen to Paradise. She tries to drive, and her pass is intercepted by Olivia Cody. Nice play. Great defense by the Tomahawks. And Waller turns it over. Olsen goes up with the left hand, and she misses. Not sure if Bike got a piece of that. She might have. And it's going to be white ball, as Waller will inbound the ball. That one went off of Salem. It's great to have basketball back here in New Hampshire as we get the Division I season underway here tonight. We're going to have a traveling violation on Kira Bike. She went up and down.
Okay, and just so you know, Michael Susi, our athletic director, he's come back to the gym. He went to grab some water, Brian. So he wasn't camera shy at all.
And Moniz couldn't finish that one. Off the nice bounce pass. Bike in the corner, guarded by Dominguez. And this will be Kaylee Bormuth with the ball for Merrimack. She had a nice little game tonight with 6 points. Little flash cut there by Cody, and she's fouled. And that will put Olivia Cody at the line for Merrimack. She'll try to break this 28-28 tie. And first one is no good. Kelsey McGibbon into the game for Vania Moniz. Second shot on the way for the 5'10 senior. And she knocks that down for her second point of the ball game. Tomahawks lead by 1 with 4 minutes to go in this third period. Cody got a piece of that. It was able to slow down Dominguez. But a nice work by Kelsey McGibbon. She gets a couple offensive rebounds and puts it in. 6 points now for McGibbon. Oh, what a move by Kira Bike. That is 5 for Bike, and Merrimack takes the lead back, 31-30. There's a 3, and it's no good for Lakos, and Merrimack brings it back up. DeBillis double dribbled it. So another Merrimack turnover. Instead of a 2-on-1, they turn it over to Salem. Well, you can tell first game of the season and maybe some first game jitters tonight. Lots of turnovers on both sides.
Is the boys team playing away tonight?
They are away at Salem tonight, yes. See if we can get you an update on that game at the next time up. Another Merrimack turnover and another Salem turnover. As Bike hits Waller with the pass and a little baseline J for Waller. And it's 33-30. Waller adding to her point total. She now has 16. Lakos with the ball, looking to drive on Cody. She's able to get around her and couldn't knock it home. Bike with another rebound. There's a long pass by Waller to Bormuth, and she gets her own rebound and puts it in. Merrimack on a little bit of a run here. 6-0 run to take a 5-point lead. Bormuth now with 8 points for Merrimack. And another turnover by Salem. They look up and there's DeBillis for 2. And that is all Ricky Oliver wants to see of that run as he calls the timeout. And with that, we have a 37-30 score in favor of the Tomahawks, an 8-0 run to take the lead.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Melanie Carter. She's watching on Merrimack TV, Comcast Channel 21. Says she's Kaylee's grandmother. So Melanie Carter, Kaylee's grandmother, is watching, and I'm sure she's saying, let's go Tomahawks for sure. Thanks so much for watching, Melanie, and best of luck to Kaylee. Eli Demio writes, let's go Merrimack. Let's go Lily. She's going to dunk at least 4 times in the second half. Just you wait, Brian. Maybe we'll see some backboard smashing dunks, right? Like NBA Jam style. I'd love to see that.
Daryl Dawkins.
But thank you so much for watching, Eli. And Melanie Carter. Awesome.
Keep sending in your tweets throughout the game, and we'll shut you out.
For sure. Just respond to the tweet. I said, let us know you're watching. We may give you a shout out on TV and the live stream. So if you just find us on Twitter at Merrimack TV, respond to that tweet. I'll give you a shout out. Even if you're a Salem fan, love to hear from you.
It's a great deal.
You know, I'm a bit biased because, you know, we're in Merrimack, but I'd say I'm a fan of both teams. I'm a fan of teenagers having something to do. Playing sports being one of them. Got to give the kids something to do.
Well, we know these student athletes have been waiting a long time to get back on the court with the delayed start of the season, and what a move there by Kelsey McGibbon. The basket and the foul. 8 points now for McGibbon, and that stops that 8-0 Merrimack run. That's a key basket there for Salem. And the free throw goes in and out, rebounded by Cody. Well, just from a momentum standpoint, that's a huge basket for Salem, rather. And a steal by Kelsey McGibbon. And she travels. Lots of turnovers in this game tonight, particularly in this third quarter. First game of the year, you're bound to see that. Right off the inbounds play. 3 ball is no good by Kira Bike. Rebounded by Waller. Nice work down there. Samwandi gets it over to Bike on the left wing, and she draws the foul.
Brian, realistically, are we going to see any slam dunking tonight?
I think so.
Yeah? Okay. That'd be cool.
Would love to see it. Samwandi on the wing, and it will head up to Bike. Looking down low for Cody, and a nice play. Cody with a strong finish and a great pass by Kira Bike. Olivia Cody with 4 points now. And the Tomahawks back in their man-to-man defense. Salem trying to cut into the 7-point Tomahawks lead. Wild shot there by Ariana Lakos, and a long pass forward to Samwandi. Could not be completed. Salem with numbers coming back the other way. Olsen on the 2-on-1. Nice pass by Ariana Lakos. And it is a 5-point Tomahawks lead. Bike plants, gets it down low to Waller. Nice little scoop. And couldn't finish. 5 seconds left in the period. And Boucher is going to try to get one off. She does, and it hits the back of the rim. So we are through 3 quarters here from Merrimack High School with our score, Tomahawks 39, Salem 34.
Oh, wow. Okay, we have Natalie Goodson, who's watching all the way from Syracuse, New York. That's pretty good.
Excellent.
So Natalie Goodson, she is watching for Kylie Flynn from Syracuse, New York. Natalie, thank you so much for tuning in to our live coverage. We love this. I mean, with the live streaming now, you know, folks who may have a family member playing here, they may be watching from New York or California. We ran into a lot of that. A lot of Tomahawks fans in Florida for the football team. We noticed that. So
how about that?
Then we also have Kira Bike's cousins are watching from Londonderry. Go Kira.
We thank you all for watching.
And that was from Stacy McDonough. Watching from Londonderry. Cool. I'm sure they'll be tuning in when the basketball team faces the Londonderry Lancers, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on Twitter, you can find us at Merrimack TV. We'll try to give you a shout out just like that, just like Kira's cousins.
Great ball movement by the Tomahawks. Bournemouth misses the shot, and a nice block by Hinchy on the second chance opportunity. Salem brings it back up the floor. That is Brianna Boucher. The tray for Lakos is no good. Hinchy gets the offensive board and is fouled.
And you know, while you're at it, if you're on Twitter, make sure you like Merrimack TV's Facebook page. We'll interact with you tonight through Twitter. That seems to be the easiest, as I'm also running camera and doing a bit of color commentary, I guess. But if you tweet at us, we'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're watching and who you're cheering for.
Some big foul trouble as Jillian Waller just picked up her 4th of the game. She'll take a seat for Merrimack. And both free throws missed by Charlotte Hinchy. Nice drive by Kira Bike, and she knocks it down. Bike with 7 for the Tomahawks. And they extend their lead to 7. Boucher guarded by DeBillis. She'll put up a tray, and it's no good. Rebound by McGibbon, and her shot is no good. Moniz with an offensive rebound, and she's fouled. And that foul was on Olivia Cody, her first of the game. This is Moniz at the line. She'll hit the first. Vanya Moniz is a sophomore, already in the starting lineup for Salem. And she'll miss the second, rebounded by Olivia Cody. Bike with a little crossover move. And Kaylee Bournemouth with a bounce pass back to Bike. Wide open down low is Olivia Cody. Boy, that made that one look easy. 6 points now for Cody, and the advantage is now 8 for the Tomahawks as they try to break this thing open. Nice move by Moniz, and it is a miss and another offensive rebound for Salem. Bournemouth with the steal. Back to Bike. Bike driving, pops, and misses. Here's Dominguez for Salem. Wide open tray for Boucher, and it's no good. Rebounded by Olivia Cody. Well, lid on the basket right now for Salem. They just can't get anything to fall. Cody looks inside. It is Flynn losing the handle on that one, and it's stolen by Kelsey McGibbon. Stolen right back by Cody. Bike puts it up, and it's no good. And the rebound goes to number 1, Alaya Dominguez. Foul in the backcourt there for Merrimack. And I'll tell you, as a coach, those have got to be the most frustrating fouls. 100 feet away from the basket. 5th team foul for Merrimack. Dominguez brings it up. They get Hinchy right out of the trap. Hinchy misses the layup. She short-armed that one. And here comes the Tomahawks. Right back the other way. Flynn with the ball in the wing. They look down low, and Hinchy makes it a play. Bournemouth was open there for a second. And just hit her a split second too late. Got 5:17 to go in the 4th. Tomahawks by 8. Samwandi with the ball now. She's in the game for the Tomahawks. Sets the screen for DeBillis. DeBillis trying to drive. And she kicks it back to Bournemouth. Bournemouth working on Moniz. And this will be Flynn against Hinchy. DeBillis tries a three-pointer, and she's off the mark with that one. Rebound Moniz. And a pass cross-course intercepted by Bike. Her shot is no good. And she'll kick it back out to DeBillis. She'll try a three, and it's no good. Rebound by Hinchy. She's going to try to fly up the court, but it's tipped away by the Tomahawks. 4:32 to go in this one. This opening night contest in Division I girls basketball. Glad you could join us here on Merrimack TV. And a kick ball there by Bike. Once again, we'll have wrestling for you tomorrow morning as our coverage of winter sports continues right here on Merrimack TV. Nice move by Moniz.
Tomorrow about 9:50 a.m. is when we'll switch live. About 9:45 actually. We'll switch live with their senior festivities before the meet starts.
Shannon Shabwani gets, let's try that again. Shannon Shabwani gets on the board with a three. And Merrimack right back in control, a 9-point lead. This is Kira Bike. Ooh, almost intercepted by DeBillis. Hinchy, strong drive all the way in. And that is why they are excited about Charlotte Hinchy at Salem. That is a freshman, folks. 46-39. Bournemouth is blocked by Hinchy, blocked again by Hinchy. Flynn with the rebound, and it's out of bounds off Flynn. It will be Salem ball. So Salem now within 7.
Looks like Daniel Best has tweeted at us. He's watching from Merrimack, and he's convinced Olivia Cody will have the first dunk. So let's hope there's any dunks.
Oh, I'd love it. Ariana Lukos with the air ball, but a quick turnover and another quick turnover.
Remember what I told you earlier about Tomahawks fans in Florida?
Yes.
It's a whole group of Tomahawks fans in Florida tonight. Zach Goodson. Zach, Grandma, and Grandpa are rooting for Kylie Flynn.
All right.
In Florida. Thanks for reaching out, Zach. I'm almost positive that Zach and the grandparents watched the football team this year.
We have reached, Nick. I'll tell you.
And John Goodson. Uncle John's watching in Janesville, New York. So Kylie Flynn's family are watching across the country. Florida, New York. Awesome. Maybe they have some on the West Coast, too.
Oh, Hinchy starting to get going here for Salem. She has scored their last 2 baskets. Nice little possession there for the Blue Devils. Sabwani turns it over, and Salem will have the ball here, down by 7. Dominguez kicks it down low to Moniz. Nice finish. And Coach Dugan wants to talk this over as Moniz gets the easy bucket, her 7th points of the game, 6th and 7th. And it is a 48-43 game. Those points came a little too easy, I think, and Coach Dugan wants to make sure that doesn't happen. Salem really controlling the offensive glass right now.
Let's see, I have our athletic director, Michael Susi, on camera. I'm trying to get him to wave, but I don't think he's going to do it. It's not quite looking in this direction. There he is.
So
I think he thinks we need. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, there we got the wave. It happened. Okay, cool.
He's having a lot more fun, I think,
So
this year.
that's Michael Susi. That's the Merrimack's athletic director. And he was just grabbing some water before he left the room. We got him the wave. That was one of my goals tonight. Can we get Michael Susi to wave to the viewing audience? And it happened.
Now we just need a dunk.
Yep.
We've had a bat.
Who's getting the first dunk? Was it Kylie or Olivia?
I think it was Olivia.
So someone is convinced Olivia's getting the first dunk, and then I guess Kylie would get the second one.
Good ball movement here by Merrimack as they are certainly trying to work the clock here with 1.5 minutes to go. Only the 4th team foul for Salem. That was on Sarah Wall, her second of the game. 5-point game, and DeBillis tried to throw it into Bournemouth, and it was tipped away by Dominguez. And DeBillis was out of bounds. Looks like they're going to get Kira Bike back into the game next possession.
Kara Bike's cousins are watching in Londonderry.
Dominguez from the paint, couldn't finish. That would have been a big basket for Salem. And it's a game of inches. And Waller throws that one away with 1:04 to go, and Bike will re-enter the game for Sebwani. 48-43 Merrimack here on opening night.
If you're watching on Merrimack TV channel 21, thank you so much. That's Comcast Cable here in Merrimack. But you can also stream us on merrimacktv.com in HD, and now our channels are on Roku and Apple TV devices. So if you have one of those hooked up to your big HD TV in the living room, you can download an app called Cablecast Screenweave. And then from there, you can search for Merrimack TV and watch our channels 24/7 and also on-demand content. So this game should be made available there. If not later tonight, definitely sometime tomorrow. You'll be able to find this game on our Roku or Apple TV devices just by downloading Cablecast Screenweave.
Well, McGibbon
watch
hits
a replay.
She'll hit 1 out of 2 there. It's a 4-point game. We're at 45 seconds left. Merrimack Salem rather, in the bonus now. We'll see how that plays out. And a turnover, near turnover. Yes, she does turn it over. Back to Salem. Dominguez kicks it forward. And they cannot control the ball. As Merrimack gets it back with 20 seconds left, they're going to try to hold this ball and bleed out the clock here. Salem must foul. Foul is on McGibbon with 12 seconds left. That is only the 5th team foul on Salem. They still got 1 to give. DeBillis gets it into Bike. And I'm not sure Salem knows the situation here. There we go. There's the foul with 6.7 seconds left. That took a lot of time to get that foul, and I think Coach Oliver knows it. Next one is going to be shooting. DeBillis inbounds to Bike. Bike right into Bournemouth on the give and go. What a beautiful play, and that's going to do it, folks. What a nice play to end the game, and Merrimack gets on the board. Their first win of the season here on opening night over against the Salem Lady Blue Devils. Our final score here from Merrimack is Tomahawks 50 and Salem 44. Final point totals for Merrimack. Jillian Waller with 16 points. Kaylee Bournemouth with 10. Lily DeBillis added 8. Kira Bike with 7. Olivia Cody with 6. And Shannon Sebwani with 3. And for Salem, Alaya Dominguez with 6. Sarah Wall, 3 points. Jennifer Olson with 4. Ariana Lekos with 8 points. Kelsey McGibbon with 9. Vanya Moniz with 7 points, and the freshman Charlotte Hinchy with 6. So that will just about do it for tonight's broadcast. Thank you to everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, I'm going to, just before we go, Brian, first and foremost, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I guess we'll see you on Tuesday night for the, is that another girls' game?
Tuesday for the girls, yes.
Tuesday for another girls' varsity game. And before we end the cablecast, I just want to give a shout-out to Dan and Judy Waller, streaming from, guess the state, Brian.
Florida.
You got it, Florida. Jillian Waller's grandparents says, go Merrimack. And Katie Lanoy is watching Jillian Waller as well. From Mimi Merrick. I'm going to guess Mimi Merrick is a grandmother?
I think so.
Let's say it's a, well, you know what? I don't want to guess. But we're thankful that they're watching Merrimack TV all the way from Florida, New York, all over the country. Family members get to watch their relatives. And thank you so much for joining us. You can download Cablecast Screenweave on Roku, Apple TV. Watch us on your big TV. Watch us on demand the following day. Watch the replay. Hopefully we'll get that up tonight. And a big shout out to Justin Slez back in the control room. Justin, you can play the promo and take us out. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Merrimack TV is committed to our community. From gavel-to-gavel coverage of town and school board meetings to updates on town services and projects, we aim to keep you connected.
Good morning. I'm Kyle Fox, Public Works Director for the town of Merrimack.
Hi, I'm Diane Trippett. I'm the town clerk tax collector for the town of Merrimack.
I'm Captain Matt Tarleton with the Merrimack, New Hampshire Police Department.
And keep the public informed of every motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
And many moments, so you can be confident that we're here for you. Thanks for watching. Stay connected. Follow Merrimack TV on Facebook.